Testing. Hello. Too loud. Hi. Is this better? That's too loud. I think this works. Hey, Twitter. Follow me on Twitter.
Gotta fight to get to your dreams. What you know about dreams? 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 What you know about dreams?
What's going on, family? It's your boy One, or you can call me by my government name. I'm a freelance cinematographer, and this channel exists to hopefully encourage you in your faith walk and in your film journey. Let's get started. Now, the last time you saw me was about 6 months ago on this channel. I said I'm a YouTuber now, but I lied, not on purpose. I failed big time, but it was because as soon as I dropped my first YouTube video, my business as a freelancer and owning my own video production company, A1 Films, picked up. So that's a good thing. I just finished my first full year as a full-time freelancer. And so now I have a bevy of knowledge, not really, years of knowledge, I guess you would say, ups and downs to, contribute to the channel and answer questions or help encourage and inspire anyone else looking to either freelance or get into this field as a filmmaker. So the number one thing that a lot of people come to me either on Facebook or Instagram or friends or young, it can be young people, older people, photographers, filmmakers, they ask me, how do I get started? Like, how do I make money, doing what I love to do? I have 3 practical ways you can go from being broke to making some money. I don't know how much money, but if you're good, you can make a lot of money. If you're not, then, just do what you do. Anyway, so the first thing I tell people is just to create. You have to start making things. There's a rule out there. I don't know if it's true, but the premise I agree with is that it takes 10,000 hours to master one thing. And if you haven't put in those 10,000 hours, you can't expect to be good or to be great or to make money off this thing if you've only spent like 3 hours playing on your iPhone. That's just not gonna work. But in order to start making money and turning your passion into a profit, you have to put in the work and you have to put in the time. For myself, me personally, I started making films and videos when I was 13, and I did that all throughout high school. I took college courses that allowed me to do that, and I just kept getting better and better. And so from when I was young to, let's say, college is what I would like to call a taste gap. There's a taste gap between when you're first starting to when you actually get good. And that taste gap in between, your work is gonna look like crap. But you have to kind of be in that to figure out how to get better, to figure out your style, to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And that just comes with that first point of just creating. You have to create, I wouldn't say nonstop, but the more you create, the better you'll get. My second point, and a practical thing you can start doing to go from broke to making a little bit of money, is do free work. Once you've started creating, once you're in that taste gap and you're figuring out your style, you're trying to figure out what looks good, you've got some experience under your belt, maybe you approach a friend who's getting married and you say, hey, I'll do your wedding video for free. Or I'll do your wedding video for like $200, whatever it may be. Get that work under your belt and start building a portfolio. Maybe it's a small business in the area. Maybe it's a relative or a friend that has a business, and just approach them and say, hey, I'd like to do a video or some photography for your business. Will you let me do this for free? And you will find out that most people like free work. And that's just an easy way to build your portfolio. It's an easy way to get your name out there. I'm running out of breath. Another word for it is spec work. For example, if you're wanting to get into making videos for restaurants, or you go to a restaurant, you do the work for free, and now you have a spec project that people can see your potential in this specific area. If you want to get into sports films, do a spec work first. Do something where you can be creative and show your own style. And so that now when people look at your portfolio, they don't know that you didn't get paid for that, but now you have a body of work that resembles, what you can do for them. That's gonna help you go from broke to making some money. So my third kind of point that I wanna make is that when I was young, I didn't know much about the film industry. I just thought that, I love making videos. but I can't afford to go to film school. I can't go to the West Coast. I don't want to go to the East Coast, so I'm gonna just get a desk job. And that's why I got my master's degree, is because I didn't know that I was gonna do film. It was just a backup. I was getting paid for because I'm native and I get benefits. I took that route, but then I found out that my passion and where I held most value in the workforce was going to be as a filmmaker, because that's what I was best at. And so my third point is find out what you're best at. For me, it was storytelling. And now as a freelancer, I'm finding that it's me as a freelance cinematographer. I didn't know that a cinematographer, I didn't know that that was even a lane when I was younger. I just thought that it was either make big budget films or it was nothing. But there are so many ways you can make money in this industry. You can do what I did, and you can start out working in-house on the video team for a company. And, it doesn't even have to be a video production company. So many companies nowadays have their own in-house video team. And if you're able to build your portfolio and someone taking a chance on you to hire you in-house as a video person on the video team, you don't need to know everything in order to get hired full-time as a filmmaker. You just have to have potential. You have to have an eye. You have to have some experience, but you learn on the job most of the time when you're working in-house. And that's just a great way to get your experience and not having to chase clients and not having to learn the business of freelancing, because that's a whole nother monster, is the business side of freelancing. I didn't start freelancing until I felt comfortable on the business side. Kind of went on a tangent on that one, but my point was find what you're good at in the film industry. You can be a sound person, a cinematographer, an editor. You can be a graphics artist. You don't have to know everything, but if you find something that you're very passionate about, then capitalize on it, and that's where you're gonna have the most value in the marketplace. Like I said, for me, it was being a cinematographer, and I kind of fell into that as I started freelancing. I thought I had to go straight direct to client with all of my work, and I still do that with A1 Films, but I get hired a lot as a cinematographer because I've kind of mastered and I've honed in certain looks, lighting, techniques that is valuable, on set for directors and producers. With that being said, everybody's journey is gonna look different. Stop comparing yourself to people, because that's only gonna lead to envy. It's going to lead to depression. You're gonna be hating on people a lot. You be hating on people. So stop doing that. Stop comparing yourself to people and where they're at and where you're at. Do your own thing. Stay in your own lane. Find what you're good at. There's so much, work to be had. There's so many things that you can create. And that's what I love about filmmaking. There's so many things and avenues that you can go down that it's not really even competitive. You can be in your own lane. So I'm gonna leave you with just a little word of encouragement, and that comes from Proverbs 3, verses 5 through 6. And it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge him in all your ways, and he will make straight your paths." So many times we get caught up in social media, we get caught up comparing ourselves to other people and discontent where we're at in life, not even really understanding that God has us exactly where he wants us. And if every decision we make, we acknowledge him and we give glory to him and for the talents that we have, then you can't make a wrong decision. And so hopefully that's encouraging to you. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn your notification on, follow your boy on all the socials, and drop a comment below. Share with me how you went from broke to making a little bit of money in whatever field you're doing, cinematography, filmmaking, photography. I want to hear your story. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to hustle hard and pray often.